I'm so glad you say that because I owe $110,000 to the government. So when I mentioned the CDs and t-shirts we have outside, which are $15 and the CDs are $10 and $5, I'm really begging you more than anything else. I'm just kidding. Sort of. So Kyle and I played some shows in Atlanta for spring break, and then we flew to Philadelphia because that's where I live.
Philly.
And we got there and it was really early in the morning, like 11 o'clock, and there were two people in front of us. There was a mother and a daughter, and they saw that Kyle had some Click 5 stuff, and they saw this beautiful face of his, and they said, "Oh my God, are you in the Click 5?" That's exactly what they sounded like. Yes. And Kyle was like, yes, and they were like, sweet. So then they get his autograph and they're talking, and at one point Kyle says, "Hey, you should listen to my friend, he's really good." And they both go, "No," and then
We probably know them.
So then Kyle falls asleep, the plane takes off, and I'm listening to the radio on the airplane. I was listening to an XM station called The Loft, which is my favorite. It plays like singer-songwriter stuff. And 20 minutes into the flight, the announcer on The Loft goes, "Next up we're going to hear a song by a guy named Jesse Rubin called A Lack of Armor." And I was like, no way. So I punch Kyle in the arm, I wake him up, we start freaking out, I'm doing this in my seat. And Kyle taps the people on the shoulder in front of us and says, "I told you he's really good, he's actually on the radio right now." And their headphones weren't working, so they weren't paying any attention, and I didn't care because I was having the greatest moment of my life. All of a sudden the song cuts out. I know, that's exactly what I said. And then I hear, "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for flying with AirTran this evening." And I'm like, "Oh, please don't do this to me, please." It was the longest beverage announcement in the history of beverage announcements. And the people in front of us go, "You're not on here, there's an announcement." And I was like, "I hate you!" So the announcement ends and all I get is the last 8 seconds of my own song. But it's okay. Because suddenly the people in front of us get their headphones to work and they're very interested in my existence as a human being. They're like, "Oh, that sounded just like you." And I was like, "That's because it was me." And they were like, "You're really famous." And I was like, "I know, I've been trying to tell you." And they were like, "We should get your autograph." And I was like, "Yes, you probably should." So then they said, "Oh, we don't have anything for, oh, sign this." And so my first public autograph was a barf bag on an airplane.
Mine wasn't that much better. Mine was a coloring book.
Yeah, but they knew you.
No, they didn't know me. They saw my guitar said the Click 5 on it. Nobody knows who I am.
I know who you are, Kyle.
Okay.
So this is the last song that I'm going to sing for you tonight, which is the saddest thing I could ever say to a group of people. I love you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jesse Rubin. You're absolutely amazing. We'll be outside signing stuff, and if I don't know you, please come say hi because I'm very friendly.
Yes.